Have you ever experienced something that was out of the ordinary? Have you ever had a spiritual experience? I've had two in my lifetime, and that's what I'll talk about today. Hello friends, my name is Vas Solo. Welcome to Why Spirit Matters, a channel devoted to spirituality, to self-improvement, and to big ideas. When I was in high school, I became deeply curious about the meaning of life. And right around that same time, I started experimenting with drugs, such as pot, alcohol, and magic mushrooms. I loved how these substances altered my experience of reality, especially the magic mushrooms. If you've ever taken them or any other psychedelic, you know that they can make you see some really weird stuff.
Pineal gland, I think. Yeah. No, how's your mama?
But it's not just about the visuals. They also change the mind's understanding of reality. So, in addition to seeing the little green elves and leprechauns, you can have some really profound experiences. The one that stands out to me is being on them, standing in the middle of my friend's living room, and having the experience of being distinctly separate from my physical body. Which sounds kind of scary, but it wasn't. In that moment, I felt extremely lucid, peaceful, and calm. And I knew without a shadow of a doubt that whatever this sense of I was existed before it entered the physical body and would continue to exist after the body was gone. I consider this to be my first spiritual experience because it made me realize that life is far stranger than we realize. Now, before you think that I'm promoting the use of drugs, let me just clearly state that I'm not.
Alcohol is bad. You shouldn't drink alcohol. And as for drugs, well, drugs are bad.
Neither am I saying you shouldn't use them. That's completely up to you. I haven't used any mind-altering substance in the last 3 years. In fact, I'm a recovered drug addict and alcoholic. And it took a spiritual experience for me to recover from my addiction, which I will explain. See, what most people who don't understand the disease think is that addicts lack the willpower to simply say no.
Say yes to your life. And when it comes to drugs and alcohol, just say no.
Just say no! What's so hard about that?
Which is not the case. There's a lot of ambitious, hardworking people who have plenty of willpower who also become addicts. So if it's not a lack of willpower, then why do we use? Well, I've come to understand that we use it to fill a void, left by the absence of a conscious contact with God, which manifests in us as a profound sense of emptiness, dissatisfaction, and dis-ease. The big book of Alcoholics Anonymous, which outlines the 12-step recovery program, calls this condition a spiritual malady. And the whole purpose of working the steps is to help the addict form this conscious contact with God. The amazing thing is that once this happens, even the most hopeless addict loses their desire to alter their state of mind. This phenomenon is nothing short of a miracle. I've seen it happen to many people in the program, and it happened to me. And I consider this to be my second spiritual experience. Think about it. For 12 years, I had this overpowering craving for drugs and alcohol that I couldn't control. I tried everything and failed. And within a few months of working the first 3 steps, that craving was gone. What's interesting is that addicts aren't the only ones who feel this emptiness. To a greater or lesser extent, we all do. That's why we spend our lives thinking, I'll be happy when? I'll be happy when I graduate, when I get a good job, when I get promoted, when I meet my soulmate, when I start a family, when I buy a house, and so on. And in between these larger moments, we shop, we eat, and consume entertainment trying to fill this void. But if we pay attention, we'll realize that as soon as we satisfy one desire, another one quickly pops up in its place. So we're constantly playing whack-a-mole. A yogic monk I watch on YouTube, his name is Dada, and I'll link his channel in the description. It's an incredible channel on spirituality. He summarized this condition perfectly. He said that all of us hunger for infinity. That's why no matter how many worldly things we acquire, no matter what we achieve, it's never enough. This hunger can only be satiated by spiritual means. The way that I feel when I'm connected to something bigger than myself is far better than any high that I got from a drug. Now, to stay connected, I pray and I meditate daily. I do my best to live a moral life, to serve others. And as a result, I never feel depressed or anxious anymore. I don't need external things to feel fulfilled. And that's why I started this channel. I wanted to share with as many people as I could my experience and my realization that what we're all seeking is something spiritual. Now, whether you believe me or not, it doesn't matter. All that I ask is that you keep an open mind. Thank you for letting me share this message with you. If you like this video, please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell. I upload one video every single week talking about spirituality, talking about self-improvement, and big ideas. I would love to hear from you in the comments. Tell me, do you agree with this message? Have you ever had a spiritual experience? Let me know down below. That's it for now, guys. Thank you for watching. Take care, and I'll see you next time.